Most people think that reaching your first $100,000 or even $1,000,000 is the real goal. But what if I told you that your first $10,000 is even more important? Sounds crazy, right? If you're struggling to save money or feel like you're stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle, I need you to hear this. Your first $10,000 isn't just a number. It's the turning point that changes everything. Right now, it feels impossible. No savings, bills stacking up, and every paycheck that you receive, God, the moment it hits your account. I know exactly how it feels. But here's the truth. Breaking out of this trap isn't about earning more. It's about changing how you use what you already have. And once you reach your first $10,000, money starts working for you. In this video, I'll talk about the 7 steps that anyone can follow to go from zero to their first $10,000. And the best part is you don't need to be a financial expert or have a high-paying job to do this. Let's get started. If you're new here, my name is Ron and welcome to Pinoy Stock Investor. So why is saving so hard? Most people think that the issue is not having or not making enough money. But the real issue is the paycheck to paycheck mindset. According to CNBC, 30% of American families live paycheck to paycheck, meaning one unexpected expense can wipe them out. High interest debt, impulse spending, and lack of systems keep people stuck. Without savings, you feel like you're always one step away from a disaster. The emotional toll of being broke can be crippling. It's a constant cycle of stress and anxiety. Every paycheck feels like it vanishes before you even see it. You avoid checking your bank balance because it won't show you any good. There's no room to breathe. It's just a constant struggle to survive, not thrive. But it doesn't have to be your reality. I used to believe that I need a high salary to save money, that I don't need to budget because I don't make enough. It turns out even small, consistent steps can lead to significant wealth, and budgeting is more important when money is tight. It helps you understand where your money is going and make conscious choices. And finally, back then, I thought only the rich can invest. Maybe back then. But thanks to the companies like Robinhood, Webull, and GoTrade, you can now invest even if you only have $1. Now, let me ask you, do you also have these limiting beliefs? What happens if you don't change? You risk staying in this cycle year after year. One unexpected expense like car repair, losing your job, or worse, needing to pay a medical bill can send you further into debt. The stress never ends and your financial future very uncertain. But it doesn't have to be this way. The first thing that you should do before you can change anything is to track or understand where your money is going. For 1 month, write down and track each and every expense that you're making. Yes, even that $2 coffee. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even a pen and paper. Once you know where your money leaks, you'll know what to cut. Let me know in the comments what's one expense that's secretly costing you money before you started tracking. Let's find out what's the most common money drain. Next is to cut the bottom 10% of your expenses. You don't have to stop living, just trim the least valuable expense. After a month of tracking and reviewing your expense, look at the smallest, most frequent, and often overlooked expense. Do you have a subscription that you already forgot? Cut it. Are you eating outside at least twice a week? Cut it to once a week. You are currently zero net worth. Eating outside is a luxury. This is very underrated, but try to negotiate your bills. Many people just pay their bills without asking questions, but a quick phone call can lower down your rates, or better yet, have a very flexible payment options. It's always worth a try. Small habits add up. That $5 a day that you save by negotiating your bills is now $150 a month. Try this right now. Pause the video and open your bank statements or any subscription. If you can find anything that you can cut, type cut in the comments. Next is one of the most important steps. Before paying off your debt or investing, make sure to build a small safety net or an emergency fund. At the very least, being able to save $1,000 or 3 to 6 months coverage of your expenses stops you from falling back into debt when life happens. To get there fast, you can sell your old stuff, do side gig, or use your tax refund. Since tax season is coming, any refunds can be a big boost to reach your first emergency fund. And make sure to keep it in a place where you don't have quick access to it, but it's still available in any case of emergency. Instead of putting it in your checking account, you can put it in your high-yield savings account. It prevents you from accidentally using it, and it generates some return. After saving your emergency fund, you have to work on clearing any bad debt. Paying debt isn't just about math. It's about momentum. List down your debt from smallest to largest. If you have a $300 credit card debt and a $5,000 car loan, knock out that $300 credit card debt. That frees up money to tackle the next one faster. Each time you clear a debt, roll that money into the next one. The goal? Free up monthly cash flow so savings gets easier. Now, step 5 is automating your savings. This step will be one of the most challenging, not because it's difficult, but because it tests your discipline and consistency. Now that you have extra cash flow and less stress after clearing your debt, the real challenge begins. The temptation to celebrate or splurge will be very high. Savings shouldn't rely on willpower alone. If you've struggled to save in the past and keep dipping into your funds, try these strategies instead. Set up an automatic transfer. This will let the system start the process. When you receive a paycheck, it will save a portion of it, helping you with the budgeting and prioritizing paying yourself first. What you don't see, you won't miss. By now, you should have enough cash flow to follow the golden budgeting ratio. This means 50% of your cash flow goes to what you need, 30% goes to what you want, and 20% goes to your savings. Over time, it adds up, and the small steps lead to big results. But cutting costs and savings can only go so far. You need to earn more. So step 6 is to increase your income. Maybe it's time to ask for a raise, but of course, you have to prepare proof of your value first. Take on a small side hustle, online gigs, freelancing, or overtime. If you're feeling like an entrepreneur, you can try flipping in Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. This is something that I've never done before, but you might have better entrepreneurial skills than me. Also invest in skills that leads to higher paying job. If you don't have money to spare to learn the skill, you definitely have time to allocate. What does it mean? You have a phone. You have access to YouTube. There are tons of channels that will teach you all the skills to take on whatever side hustle do you want. In fact, let me know in the comments what kind of side hustle are you trying to get into. Hup, behave. And every dollar in this side hustle should go to your 10K goal. Once you start earning more, the real tests begin. How do you use that extra income? This is where the mindset shift happens. At this stage, your approach to money has completely changed. You're no longer thinking like a spender, but thinking like a builder. Instead of asking, can I afford this? You ask, will this help me grow my wealth? Every dollar now has a purpose, and every decision moves you closer to financial freedom. You now build habits that moves you closer to success. You can now start buying assets that generates dividends and price appreciation, which compound your investments and fast-track your journey to your first $10,000. This is the mindset that will take you beyond just savings. It will help you reach your first $10,000 net worth, and it will set the foundation for even bigger milestones ahead. Reflect where you're starting. Stuck, working hard yet never getting ahead, but now you understand how to build savings, a system that works, and a mindset that grows wealth instead of draining it. $10,000 isn't just money. It's a proof that you're in control of your finance. Imagine, 1 year from now, you have options, not just obligations. No more feeling stressed over bills, no more feeling stuck. You're not just surviving, you're building. And it all starts today with your first step. You don't need a 6-figure salary to stop being broke. You just need a plan. Follow these 7 steps one at a time, and you'll see progress faster than you think. And when you do, come back here and let me know your success story. If you get value in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to get more videos like this. It's free and it will definitely help my channel. But before you start investing, don't forget to watch this next video, because these 3 mistakes set me back, and I don't want them to slow you down.